Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 1 of Kingdoms and Castles. Very excited to start this series. This is going to be primarily a slower series. It will be a lot of fun. We're going to see where we can take this game, but definitely not as fast-paced as some of the other games featured on my channel. So just a fair warning on that. If this isn't your speed, I understand. If it is, I hope you enjoy. Without further ado, let's get into it. This is a city simulation kind of management game. So you essentially run a kingdom, and it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. I am going to be running no face cam for this series, just to keep it a little more casual. I don't really think it's necessary for this kind of series to see any of my reactions or things like that. If you think I should include my camera, let me know. I can definitely take that feedback, but for right now, I think we're just going to run with no webcam and go from there. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start a new game. I have played this game a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm a pro. I probably have about 30 hours on this game so far. It's been a hell of a time though. Lots of fun, very addicting game. So if you're gonna get it, just a fair warning, it will suck up some of your time. So we're gonna stay on the standard mode. Creative is really just what it is, exactly what it says, creative mode. So you have about 4 different game modes here, or difficulties. I typically play on Vintar, and that's definitely what we're going to stick with, but if you want to hate your life, this is definitely a good option. So let's stick with Vintar. We are going to call this the, let's see here, the Eternal Realm. Let's just go with something kind of corny here. Alright, we'll stick with, let's go with the blue and orange. I kind of like that color. It sticks with the kind of the channel color as well. Not that I have orange, but we'll stick with that. So, this is kind of a big decision here. We kind of need to make sure that we have a good seed. So, you can kind of, determine where you want to land, so to speak, but ultimately a lot of the maps are similar. I mean, you'll have different land placement, obviously, and kind of resource placement, but every continent pretty much has rock, iron, and fish, as well as kind of a foresty area. So one of the things we definitely want to do right off the rip is ensure that we have a good industry. So this map actually looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. One thing I don't like is it's not very linear, so I'm gonna have to kind of branch out a little differently than I have in the past, but that's okay. It does have a witch's hut right here, which is kind of nice. Lots of farmland here as well, so any of the green you can plant farms on. So let's see here, rock and iron there. I got rock here, so we got 1 iron mine possible, and then 2 stone. I kind of like this little inlet here. We can kind of have some fish, like some docks there. Wow, holy cow, and the fish over here though. This one might be better, because look at the, wow, this has a lot of fertile land. We could always build a bridge over there. It's not super far. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can. If not, we can still travel by boat. Yeah, let's stick with this island here. This gives us some good versatility. It is not very big, I will say. It is a very small island. I'm kind of having second thoughts here, actually. No, let's hit new map here. One thing I'm gonna do. Ooh, hold on. This might be good. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. I already like it better. I see 3 rock here, which is huge. Tons of wood, and then iron pretty close by. I'm thinking we'll settle the castle probably in this vicinity here, somewhere kind of center. Yeah, let's do this one here. We will not have an AI in this because I only have 1 island, and that's fine. I'm going to stick with that. There is still a AI that kind of visits you, but he's not as annoying as some of the other ones. So let's go with this, accept, and let's get into it. So the first thing we have to do is set up a keep. So this is pretty straightforward. You can't really mess this one up. However, your placement is kind of important. So I like to kind of center my castle because we're going to kind of surround this with residential and then, farms, things like that. So I kind of want to have somewhere in this vicinity. We have tons of stone nearby too. That's very good. I'm thinking like right here. Yeah, let's go right here. I like that. Alright, so we have our thing placed. Let's make sure that we're paused. Alright, that would be a good start here. Alright, we don't want to lose any time. So we have 5 villagers to start. And then we're going to look to see if we can surround this with some roads. Alright, that's always what I start with. By no means am I a pro, by the way. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. So don't take my my play style as like how to do it. I'm thinking we're probably we'll start with this section here to chop because we're definitely not doing a forestry there. But I'm not sure where we want to focus our forestry area. I'm kind of thinking maybe over here near the witch's hut. But we could also do it in this vicinity. This might be a little better. I think we're going to run with that. Excuse me just a moment. I have to blow my nose. I am a little under the weather currently. So give me just a moment. Alright, we are back. Sorry about that. So we are still building. I did let it go a little bit, but not for long. I'm not going to walk you through every step of this game. I'm not really looking to make this like necessarily a kind of a tutorial, but I will try to explain some of the features as I go. Let's finish that off. So I think we'll probably start our first farm area. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Alright, I'm thinking like right in this area here. So one thing you are gonna clearly learn about me very quickly is that I like things to be very, very neat. So I'm going to try to keep this as linear as I can. Alright, now with that being said, there are certain buildings that are kind of awkward in terms of their size, making it kind of difficult to actually get, symmetry, so to speak. So thinking right there for our first farm, we can run a road maybe like this, actually. I'll take this back one. Alright, let's start with that. That'll kind of get us going here. I usually start with about 2 farms. It depends on kind of, what you're going for, but that's kind of how I play. So this is our keep right here. This is kind of the main first building that you get. The next thing we're going to do is start building some housing. So I will speed this up. I'll see you in just a moment once they finish the farm. Alright, so we are back. We have our first 2 farms here. And you'll actually see that we went ahead and built a few hovels. So hovels are actually our kind of our housing for our first few villages. So these hold up to 5. Not your greatest housing. They do give you a little bit of tax revenue. I don't know the amount exactly, but not the best housing, right? So our goal is to eventually get cottages and manors, but as you can see, you need stone and wood, a lot more wood to build those. So we will upgrade as we go. What I kind of do, right, is I actually set it up so that eventually I can switch these over to cottages. So I plan my city kind of, in advance in a way. I'm never perfect about it. Obviously, I forget things and yada yada, but for the most part, I try to plan ahead so we can have some symmetry and, just kind of have a good experience overall. I'm trying to see if we have a witch's hut. We do. Okay, we do right here. So this here is kind of just like, I don't know, it's kind of a fun feature. You basically can interact with this witch, and if you give her things, right, so in this case 15 food, she'll give you access eventually to some of her spells, which kind of vary. They have different power-ups, so we can, you know, we'll get into that as we go. But right now, our goal is just to get some food going and get our first few houses built. One thing I do like about this game a lot is that even though you could play this for hours, you never really feel like it's been hours. Like, you kind of just get so much stuff done so quickly. Like, I really think the speed of this game is perfect. It's not too slow, you know, and it's not too fast. If anything, I would argue it probably is a little too much faster than slow. But it's not, you know, annoyingly fast. It's perfect. You can kind of control it. Let's see here. This is taking forever because I only have like 2 builders right now. Because, you know, as you assign jobs, you need to... They also don't have a woodworker, so I'm going to drop this a bit. There we go. It looks like we got another... Yeah, beautiful. We got another family. I don't know what the castle jobs do. I don't really know what it does when you have a person assigned there. Alright, so we have 4 homes. So what I'm going to do now is try to build an orchard as our second form of food. So we'll probably build it here. I'll surround it maybe. I'm trying to see here. But I do want to get a windmill in here somehow, so I'm trying to see how this is going to work. Alright, I have an idea. Yeah, we'll do it like this. That should, yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's get this down a little. I don't have much wood right now, so. Alright, we're actually in our first winter, I think. Even though it says we're in year 3. I haven't seen any snow like this. I don't really know how the weather cycles work. But I do know I run out of food a lot, so I gotta really be careful. One of the things I tend to do is I'll start building a lot of homes, but I won't back it up with the food. So I've been trying to be a little better, as you see here, about building food ahead of time so that we're not falling behind. But you kind of have to balance it, right? Because as you grow, and if you place a lot of farms, what ends up happening is you need villagers to work those farms. But if you have too many farms and not enough villagers, nobody will be cutting wood. Nobody will be mining stone. They'll just all be farming. So then you really don't get a lot done. So you kind of have to manage it and, like, grow in a balanced way. So it's a lot of fun in that way. But it is tough. It can be really tough. I am going to try to keep these videos a little shorter. I mean, I'm thinking around 20 to 30 minutes would be, you know, a decent length. I don't want to overload with these type of videos. I think they're, you know, they're a little slower paced, so I don't want to make them like an hour long. I feel like, you know, I'd be watching a kind of a long video. But let me know. Again, let me know. I'm open to suggestions, as always. And let me know what other games you want to see. I know I say it in a few other videos, but I'm definitely always looking to try different games out. I found this one recently on Steam, and I got really hooked instantly. So I thought it'd be fun to, you know, record a video of a game that I heavily enjoy. So I'm going to speed it up. As soon as we have the orchard built, I'll see you then. Alright, we are back. So we got our orchard built. This takes a lot of workers compared to a farm. So like I said, you got to really be careful. You don't want to overload the amount of workers you have. My next goal is to get a quarry up and running. So in order to do that, we're going to have to run a road closer to this stone. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get 2 quarries on that stone. I don't know if it's going to let us place one there. We'll see. I might go for this stone first, because I can clearly tell, but let me, so we're going to come, probably do like a loop there. But I also want to build a wall eventually, so I might actually cut it here. Yeah, let's stick with that. We need our guys to chop some more wood, though. They're currently not doing anything. That is not good. I'm going to try to leave a little bit of trees here. I want to set up a forester in here, so takes a while to get off your feet, but once you get going, man, you really start to exponentially grow. Oh, pardon the noise. I have a bowl in front of me. Sorry about that. Alright, here we go. I got my quarry. So, it should let me place it here if I wanted, but either way, again, we need the road first. So, let's see. Let's try to do something like this. Yeah, and this can be actually the entrance to the actual castle. That would look really nice, I think. Yeah, we'll stick with that. And then we'll do this here. Alright, so this here, well, I don't have enough stone now, or wood rather. But this gets you stone. You need stone for a lot in this game. You need stone to build mostly, like a lot of your castle walls need stone. You need stone for a lot of your buildings, right? So wells, they make it so your people have access to water, which allows them to prevent fires. Fires do break out occasionally, right? So, for example, if I click on this house, it's currently at a high fire risk, alright? So, that's not good. So, I want to get a well up and running as soon as possible. And I'm probably going to put it right here in the center. Because that will give me a good spot. I usually try to keep them in the center of town as well. Alright, once we have enough stone, we're going to get this quarry up first. That would be step one. Let me increase that a little bit. Because we had a few idle people. You got to keep an eye on this right here. This is how many people are idle in your village. If you're not managing your workforce, they will literally just sit there and do nothing. If they're not assigned to something. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. I am going to edit a little bit, like I said, but not like a ton. I don't want to overly edit, but I don't want to bore you to death either, waiting for buildings to be completed. A lot of them do get done fairly quickly, but right now the problem is, like, there's not a lot of other things going on because I'm so early in the game. But as we progress, we'll build, and then we'll be able to go do other things. There's warfare, there's trading, there's a number of different things that take up your time whilst they're building. Alright, perfect. So we have our mine up and running. So let's make sure, yep, they are built. So see how we have 6 idle people? It's because I don't have anything for them to do other than build, and that's fine currently because I don't need a crazy amount of things going on, but I do want to get this forestry up and running. So what I'm gonna do though to occupy them, I'm actually gonna complete out these roads. So 4, 5, so I got what, 5, 9 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so right here, let's extend that out. That is right? Yep, alright, good. And then I think we'll do something similar here. So I don't want to get too crazy, but that should be good for now. That'll keep them kind of busy. We're already getting our stone, so that's good. We do got to keep an eye on food, right? So it does say I have 0 food, but I'm not super worried right now. We're very early. It looks like they should be harvesting soon. Maybe. No, maybe not. I don't know. We may run out of food, so, or we may be in a pinch, I should say. But let's do this for now. Let's get a few more farms up and running. Should have built those roads first. I didn't realize. See what I mean with the food already. It's very difficult to, like, track everything. I mean, eventually you'll have enough to kind of get by, but I do need wood too. Probably gonna clear this whole tree line because we're gonna end up building some mines here and some infrastructure. There is wolves there, which kind of concerns me, but whatever. We'll take the risk. All right, that food's almost ready to harvest. There we go. All right, we got a little bit of food now. That's good. Let's see how much, if that gets us by. Only 9? No, there's more coming. Wow, that barely lasted at all. That's not good. Alright, we might want to do a second orchard eventually. For now, I'm just going to do more farms because it takes less people. We need to get a well in here as well. No pun intended there. Let's get a house built so we can get a few more villagers. I don't want to get too big, right? Because I'm already short on food. But I need a few more villagers in order to even get more food. So it's kind of a catch-22 in that way. Let's see here. I will be honest, I have not tested the audio, so I really hope that it is working. Because we're now almost 20 minutes into this, and if this is not recording, I'm going to be very upset. I mean, I know it's recording, but in terms of, you know, the audio, I never really did a test run. So we're just going to run with it, and we'll see. If you see this video, then it worked. If not, it'll be a second take. Alright, we're starting to get a few farms built here. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to speed it up a little further. And I will see you once we have all these farms built and are a little more caught up, alright? See you in a bit. Alright, we are back with this. Look at this, we upgraded to a small village. So, I don't really know that you gain anything as you upgrade. I don't know that it gives you anything, but it just kind of tells you where you're at. I know that I think the keep kind of upgrades as you go. I didn't yet. It might be when you build the castle buildings. I'm not sure. But I know the keep does get bigger. You will see this kind of grow. But as you see here, we have a good amount of farms now. We have a few hovels. And then we actually did clear a bit more of the forest. So my next move is to get a forestry up and running. Without a forestry, you end up just having to keep chopping forests constantly. And as you can see, these do not just grow back on their own. Whereas if you build a forestry, it will grow back. So one thing I want to consider here, though, is I think eventually we will get rid of these stones. But for right now, I'm just going to cut left here. And then I'm going to cut in a bit. And we will put our forester right in here. Oops, wrong thing. That's a quarry. Alright, is that in the vicinity of those wolves? Kind of. I'm a little worried about that. I might go a little deeper, just for sake of... That's one thing that I don't like early on, is there's constantly these packs of wolves that you really can't build around or go near. Like, so for example, if I try to build a road here, it tells me it's too close to a wolf den, which is very annoying, because it's like, I want to build there, you know? Shouldn't have to, I don't know, we shouldn't be limited, but I get it. I mean, it's part of the game. Alright, come on. Alright, I think I'm going to do it, like, right here. Fast forward a bit here. You see what I mean, though? Like, the game does move pretty quickly. Like, while it is a bit slower, I mean, for a city builder, it is kind of fast. So we got those chopped. Oops, I actually don't need a road there. My bad. Whoops, wrong button. Demolish. There we go. What's going on here? There we go. And, boom. Here we go. Beautiful. Alright. So that is placed. The other thing, while I'm at it, I am going to build a granary. I am thinking we're going to put it, let me think here, probably right here. And then eventually I could switch this over to a 2x2, which just holds more food. So that'll be good. I do need to build some wells, and I do have the stone. There we go. Alright, so we'll do one there. And then eventually we'll do another one over there. We are going to need one near the farm, though, because it's clearly not close enough. Let's speed this up a little bit. hopefully everyone's having a good week. I know it's Memorial Day coming up, so any veterans and past veterans, appreciate your service. I know this can be a tough week for many, so if you're out there, hang in there. I know many people have lost their loved ones, so I know a lot of people think of Memorial Day, they think, oh, grilling, this and that, but I mean, it is a holiday for a reason, right? So if you know a veteran or know someone who's lost a veteran, definitely a good time to check in on them. Hopefully, if any of you are listening and are in that scenario, you're doing all right. I think it's on upcoming Monday here, so I don't think it is. I know it is, but depending when you watch this, may or may not be past or present. So let's see here. So I think for the rest of this video here, we're just gonna finish up this last well. We have a decent foothold here. We're starting to kind of get our jobs filled in. My next step will be to start building a few more hovels, because clearly we're kind of maxed out on how many workers we can leverage right now. We can't really add any more buildings until we have more workers. So if you enjoyed this episode, I appreciate you watching. I am going to place this here before we end it. And if you want to see more of this video, this game rather, let me know. I definitely want to hear some feedback on this one. I want to make sure this is, something you guys want to watch. It's certainly something I like to play, and I'm all for playing games that I want to, record. I don't want to just record a game I don't want to play. Nor do I really plan to do that, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I'm not going to force myself to do anything like that. But, if a series is super popular and I don't mind the game, I will obviously play it, But this game I really do enjoy, so. Alright, let's see here. That well is almost done. Speed it up here. Alright, we have our second well. Oh no, not yet, I'm sorry. I lied. In a jiffy, though. In a jiffy, we should have. Hey, we're getting pretty good on food right now, though. So we actually probably could build a few more hovels without even having to expand the farm very much. But we'll kind of play that by ear. Alright, the well is done. So this is kind of the initial. So take a screenshot of that, and you will certainly see a huge difference episode by episode. As we kind of build our walls, things like that. It is going to be super fun. So once again, if you enjoyed, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.